The AGT stage lights up, and the audience claps as a father and son from Manila step out, hand in hand. Their presence immediately draws attention, not because of flashy outfits or grand gestures, but because of the raw sincerity in their smiles. The son, around 14 years old, looks nervous but determined, while his father gently squeezes his hand, offering silent reassurance. Simon Cowell leans forward with his classic intrigued expression. "Hello, welcome to America's Got Talent. Tell us your names and where you're from." The father replies with a warm accent, "We are from Manila, Philippines. My name is Roberto, and this is my son, Daniel." The crowd claps again, and Simon asks, "What brought you here today?" Roberto's voice trembles slightly as he explains. "We sing together back home. We never had a big stage, only streets, weddings, and small gatherings. But my son, he dreamed of this. And we wanted to show the world our music, and our bond as father and son." Daniel, with teary eyes, adds softly, "This is for our family, and for everyone back in the Philippines. They believe in us." The audience cheers louder now, sensing the emotional weight of this performance. The camera cuts to Sofia Vergara, who whispers to Heidi Klum, "Oh my gosh, this is going to be beautiful." Howie Mandel nods with a smile, clearly touched. As they prepare, Daniel holds the microphone tightly, glances at his father, and whispers, "We can do this, Papa." The father nods, his eyes shining with pride. The stage is set, not just for a performance, but for a story of love, hope, and unshakable family bonds. The audience is already hooked before a single note has been sung. The theater darkens, and a soft instrumental begins to play. Roberto starts the song with a deep, heartfelt verse, his voice carrying wisdom and emotion from years of singing in humble settings. The first notes draw silence from the audience, every ear tuned in. Then, Daniel steps in with his high, clear voice. Their voices blend seamlessly, one powerful and mature, the other pure and youthful. The harmony is unexpected, yet magical. It feels less like two separate singers and more like one soul split into two voices. The judges' reactions tell the story. Heidi presses her hand to her chest, visibly emotional. Sophia leans forward, whispering, "Wow," under her breath. Howie shakes his head in amazement, smiling in disbelief. Simon's eyes widen slightly, his lips curving into a grin, always a rare sign of deep approval. As the song builds, the father's voice grows stronger, and Daniel soars with high notes that send shivers through the crowd. Some audience members hold up their phones to capture the moment, while others are simply frozen in awe. When they hit the final chorus together, their voices rise in perfect harmony, echoing through the auditorium like a prayer. The music cuts out, leaving just their voices, raw and powerful. The last note fades, and for a heartbeat, there is silence. Then, suddenly, the audience erupts into thunderous applause. People rise to their feet, clapping, cheering, and whistling. The energy is electric, filling the entire theater. Roberto and Daniel look at each other, overwhelmed. The father's eyes are misty as he places his arm around his son's shoulders. The boy smiles shyly, his tears held back by sheer joy. On stage, the moment feels larger than life, not just a performance, but a declaration of love, family, and resilience. The music fades, and the father-son duo stand nervously before the judges. The applause is still echoing when Simon raises his hand, signaling quiet. His words carry weight. "That was special," Simon says slowly. "You didn't just sing. You told us your story, and you sang it with so much heart. The connection between the two of you," he pauses, clearly moved. "This is why we make this show. To give people like you a chance." Roberto bows his head, and Daniel clutches the microphone tightly, his eyes watering. Heidi adds, "It was beautiful. I felt the love, I felt the music, and I think everyone here did too." Sophia nods, "You touched our hearts." Howie, smiling, says, "The harmonies gave me chills. That was perfection." The duo looks overwhelmed, almost trembling. Simon leans forward again. But there's only one thing left to say. He suddenly slams his hand down on the golden buzzer. The auditorium explodes with cheers as the buzzer's iconic sound rings out. Golden confetti bursts from above, raining down in glittering waves. The father immediately embraces his son, both crying openly now. Daniel hides his face in his father's chest, sobbing with joy, while Roberto lifts his son's hand high in victory. The judges rise for a standing ovation, clapping wildly. Simon himself smiles broadly, even standing to applaud, a rare sight. The audience chants loudly, "Philippines! Philippines!" in celebration of the duo's heritage and achievement. As golden paper fills the stage, the father-son pair looks around in disbelief, their dream now reality. Daniel wipes his tears, whispering, "Thank you, Papa, thank you." Roberto kisses his son's forehead, replying, "We did it, Anak, my child. We did it together." The confetti keeps falling, cameras capture every angle, and Simon walks onto the stage to congratulate them personally. He hugs both father and son, saying, "You're going straight to the live shows." The scene ends with the two standing in a golden shower of confetti, hands raised high, a symbol of hope not just for them but for countless dreamers back home in Manila and beyond.